So today I am going to share with you a tool that we sometimes use on projects when there are a number of different items that a client is considering and they're trying to figure out how to prioritize those items. This can work really well when you have a project where you're trying to pick between different things you might want to do, and it particularly works well when you have a number of different stakeholders. So the way this works is that the items that we're trying to prioritize are listed on the first row. So here, in this case, it's for a church. So they're doing an organ replacement. They're adding an elevator and connector. They're updating the 47th Street Plaza, the Brooklyn Avenue Plaza, and they're creating an exterior ramp to the sanctuary, and they're modifying the courtyard. So these are all different options or items that are trying to be decided on and prioritized. You'll notice that the list of items that's here on the left side is repeated along the top in the same order. In the corner here, I've left a place for the person's name who happens to be answering this. So in this case, it's me. I'm answering it. And now the way this works is it's basically we're comparing the item on the left with the item on the top. And we are trying to decide which one we value more. So in this case, do I think it's more important to update the organ or to put the elevator or connector in? In this case, I actually value the elevator or connector more than the organ. So in this particular case, the organ, or the item on the left, loses. So I'm going to insert a 0. It doesn't get any points. In the next row, I'm comparing the organ with the 47th Street Plaza. I actually think the organ might be more important than the plaza. And now I'm comparing the organ with the updates to the Brooklyn Avenue Plaza. And again, I think the organ is more important. And now I'm saying, is the organ more important or an exterior ramp to the sanctuary? In this case, the organ, in my opinion, loses. And again, organ versus courtyard renovations, and I think the organ wins. Next, I do the same thing for each of these rows, so I'm going to do it as quickly as I can. Elevator and connector, that one wins. Elevator and connector versus Brooklyn Avenue, that one wins. Elevator and connector versus ramp. This is hard. I think I'm actually going to make the ramp win. Elevator and connector versus courtyard. I'm going to have the elevator win. 47th Street Plaza versus the Brooklyn Plaza. This is a hard one for me. I think I'm going to choose the Brooklyn Plaza over the 47th Plaza. Exterior ramp to the sanctuary versus 47th Street. I'm going to choose the exterior ramp to the sanctuary. Courtyard versus 47th Street. Ooh, this is a hard one for me also. I think I am actually going to choose the courtyard over the 47th Street. Brooklyn Avenue versus the exterior ramp to the sanctuary. I'm going to choose the sanctuary, so Brooklyn loses, so I'm going to put a 0 in that. Brooklyn Avenue versus Plaza. Ooh, hard one for me. I'm actually going to choose Brooklyn Avenue. And finally, the last one on the list, exterior ramp to the sanctuary versus the courtyard. I think the sanctuary ramp is really important, so I'm going to put that first. Put that as a number 1. You'll notice as I was filling these in that this grayed out area on the bottom here is automatically filling in. That's because it's basically asking the same questions but in the reverse. So rather than be confusing, we've created a formula to fill this in. In the end, what you find is a ranking based on the number of points scored. So in this case, my highest number of points scored for me is the exterior ramp to the sanctuary. So that's my number 1 priority. My number 2 priority is the elevator and connector. My number 3 priority is the organ. My number 4 priority is the Brooklyn Ave Plaza. 5 is the courtyard. And 6 is the 47th Street Plaza. This is a way to kind of neutrally look at these items and quantify them. And in a lot of cases, by using this point and pairwise comparison system, we can come up with a priority list that takes a really complicated decision and turns it into a simple yes or no decision for each thing. I hope this has been helpful. Thanks.